I'm going to show you quickly what I've shortlisted, what I'm going to bring with me on my Scoot for the 2025 Cannonball. Now, easily the best find that I have here is this 3-Ace Hyper Tough Impact Wrench. By far the best tool, best dollars, bang for buck. I would say this guy right here. It comes with the 4 milliamp battery. I do have the 6 one. I didn't think it was necessary because I'm not going to be changing belts every day or every other day. It's kind of like a once or twice type of deal, just to check on the belts and stuff like that. And if it's worthy, if it's shredded, then this will help me less, take that time from, hey, I got to put the clutch tool into the fins and pry it out. And that's where this tattoo is from, by the way. That's what caused that. There's a whole story behind that. That's what spawned this tool. So great Walmart find. I've seen a lot of other credible YouTubers do review on this, the Gen 2 Hyper Tough, and I approve of it. And I definitely think this is more of a, not a must-have, but it is definitely a creature comfort. If you're stuck on the side of the road and time is of essence, and for me, like I said, I'm not trying to win. I've always said I'm not trying to win the Cannonball. It's not a time race for me. I'm just trying to enjoy the process and finish it. But I also don't want to be stuck in the middle of freaking nowhere and be depleted of energy and then have to manually take off those nuts. Those are like 40 or 30 foot-pounds torque down. So this just makes your life easier, or it could save someone's ass. So either way you see it, it is helpful to either you or someone. It's already been useful. It's worth its weight in gold for me. I've used it twice already. One actually yesterday for my wife's car. Took out, she completely shredded a tire, and this thing took the lug nuts off without a question, with the 4 battery, by the way. And I've already used this on my PCX for the variator and the clutch, to take the clutch out, the clutch housing out. So easily the best $64 I've ever spent. Along with that, I just bought some cheapo Walmart Hyper Tough metric deep sockets to help with extracting those bolts. These are kind of heavy. There wasn't any type of rhyme or reason as far as, hey, I'm going for weight savings or money savings. Just whatever I felt was more of a creature comfort that would get me or someone else out of a bind. That's what I went with. Moving along, got some tape here. As you can see, this is some mounting tape, Gorilla Tape. This was on sale, and there was no rhyme or reason why I went with 60 pounds. It was the highest I had, and it was cheap, so I went with that. Got some red duct tape. Now you're probably asking why red. My Scoot is red, so I just got a fresh roll of duct tape. Should I need to tie some or tape some fenders down or together, some plastic pieces together, this could help, and we won't have a fashion crisis rolling across America. So there's that. Moving along, just some basic, tire repair plugs. I got some extra plugs. Got the whole kit here. Shout out to Cycle Gear for really screwing me. They never shipped out my original plug kit that I ordered, along with the dyno plug. Never got that. So shout out to them. This was another, again, Walmart coming in clutch with this last minute, solution here. It's enough to get me, back up on the road and comfortable, because these kits, they work for great, and Slime has a pretty good name out there. So, yeah, moving along. Next, we have just a tire inflator / flashlight / tire gauge / power bank. This also is a power bank, so it's pretty cool. This is a TikTok find. I think it was like $18 or something. Pretty cheap. I think these usually go for like $60. So this is good. Actually worked out well, because you'd have to, if you go with the dyno plug route, you're going to have multiple. I think one CO2 cartridge is like 8 to 10 PSI. This kind of eliminates that. And the battery on this thing lasts forever. I only charged this thing once, and I've had this since last summer. This thing's been phenomenal, and I've only had to charge. I just topped it off, and I only lost 1 bar of battery, which is incredible. So this will easily last me a week, no questions asked. Moving along, another necessity, creature comfort that I wanted was a jump pack. Some people debate on the forums and gotten some private messages, you don't need this, and they would probably say half of their shit you don't need. Whatever. This is what I think is necessary, but I definitely thought this was necessary because I don't have heated grips on my bike, but should I, or again, if someone else is in trouble, this could help us get us out of a pinch and up on the road quickly. So again, this primary purpose for this guy is just and again, Noco's a good brand. It's a jump pack, helps you, the dead battery. If you have a dead battery, or someone has a dead battery, left an accessory on or whatever, it can get you up and out of a pinch. Also, this also doubles as a power bank, and it has a pretty cool flashlight. So yeah, there is that. So that is also there, and it comes with some really good alligators. Usually these type of things come with some cheapo ones, but this is really solid build. Now another thing that I'm gonna deem a tool is this kneeling pad. This is just a basic Walmart or maybe Home Depot Husky kneeling pad, like one of those gardening pads. This for me is going to serve two purposes. Number one purpose is going to be if you're on the side of the road or parking lot doing maintenance, oil changes, filters, belts, rollers, whatever, sliders. You don't want to sit on hot asphalt, and it's not good. You're going to have some type of riding pants like jeans on or something like that. This will protect your bum in that process, and it's pretty light as well. So I can just stuff it between or underneath one of my bags that wouldn't even know it's there. But the second use that I've figured out that I want to use it for is I'm going to strap it to my my pack out like this and kind of use it as a back support for my scoot. So yeah, that's that. So I think this is like a couple, like $7-8, something like that. So great find. We'll give you more reviews on this as I actually use it here in the coming days. A lot of things you'll see in this bag outside of the bag I've already had, except I never had the Riker bag. This is just, I saw some good reviews on it. Very spacious. As you can see, some of it's already open. I believe it's, what is it? It's 4 pouches this way and 2 little ones up here. And it rolls up nice and compact. This is pretty heavy, by the way. Starting from the top, I don't think I put anything in here. Yeah, I did actually. These are just some cheap Amazon Buddy Bezos JIS bits. These are like $10. So got some extra of those. And in this guy, I believe I have some adapters. Yeah, so I got some thread locker, which I need to get a permanent one. I'll probably get that tomorrow. This is a blue thread locker. And then this are just, again, these are Harbor Freight, some cheapo $4 adapters. We got, 3/8 to 1/4, 3/8 to 1 inch, so on and so forth. There's 4 adapters in there. So as you can see, just kept them in here. So it's kind of 1 wrench, 2 wrenches can cover a lot of ground, so to speak. Now moving on to the pouches, we'll start from the bottom. On the bottom, what we have, just some small zip ties. I do need to get some bigger ones. So I will use that will be in addition to here. These are just some small zip ties, cable ties. Probably one of the most important tools in this whole bag is the JIS vessel screwdrivers. These things, I can't tell you, this is worth its weight in gold. If you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving along, again, this is another Amazon cheapo, Allen key set that I found. It works really well and pretty solidly built as well. This came out of, I think, one of my older, just something that I don't mind, if it breaks or if I need to use it as a light hammer, I, wouldn't be hurt if I broke this or lost this. So thus, it's just a cheapo 3/8. I think this is Pittsburgh or made in China. Came out of one of my old kits that I had laying around from years ago. Let's take that out. This is a multi-tool. I didn't do particularly too much research on this, but it came out smaller than I wanted to, but it does have a lot of purpose. As I think this is, what do you call it, the Roxxon. Has a nice scissors and stuff to it, so it's compact enough where it doesn't take up too much space. I didn't want to take my Leatherman, and I would be very hurt if I lost my $200 Leatherman, so I was not bringing that. But this, again, great for a tool if you need to loan it out to someone. They don't return it, whatever, it's not the end of the world. I decided to bring a file. Now, this was one of those last minute things I just threw in the bag. I was like, hey, if I need to file something down or whatever, it's there. I have it. If I use it, great. If not, it's good. It's there. Another thing, scoots. Those of you guys that have scoots or have someone like me or Quasi or, these guys have multiple bikes. And at that, a lot of Honda bikes, a lot of plastics involved. So this is a one of those like trim piece tools. Helps you pry out those plastics so you're not digging in your nails and using flathead screwdrivers. I think it was like $5, and there was like 8 of them that came in this. So I just took one out and tossed it in here, and that's also been used a lot as well. So let's see. We'll close this guy up. Moving along, in this one, It's pretty singular. This has been highly, and this was actually a good Facebook found. I discovered this through one of those EDC Everyday Carry channels. It's the Wear a Tool Check Plus, kit in metric, of course, and it's worth its weight in gold. Absolutely, I would say. I mean, it has all the security torque bits you can think of, all the other basic ones, even some ones that you probably wouldn't never need, but they're there. Has a nice 1/4 adapter. You can there's an extension that's up here. There's a nice little very, very nice, it is heavy, but it's a very nice ratchet that is included in the set. So I would recommend this. I've also used this already. Very nice, and these don't feel cheap. These are German made, and it's very compact, as you can see. You can probably get along with this and a couple other things in here as technically a toolkit for more of an everyday carry type deal. Moving along, in the third pouch, what I have, I didn't bring any of my Knipex because I didn't think it was necessary, but I did bring some type of jaw lockings or channel lock type deals. These are really good. The urban ones are really good. They have really good grip on them. These are just small and big enough to where they, if I need to go inside of a plastic piece and grab something, or, hold on to something and, torque it down, or, really get me the grip that I need, these will do it. As you can see, they've been worn out, so they're worked really well for me. Another is some flavor of needle nose. The Van pliers are my favorite. These kind of work in two ways. I don't know if you can see, but these have like these grooves. So if there's like a stripped screw, you can really bite down on it and take it out. Another good brand is Van pliers. And this was just something I tossed in. I went to Harbor Freight. As you can see, some of these tools are from Harbor Freight, and it was one of those free tool days, so I just picked a screwdriver. It has a multi-end to it, so picked it. I was like, I'll toss it in there, and so be it. Not a big deal. And then I went with this Tusk clutch variator tool. As you can see, these don't fit. These are slightly bigger, at least for the PCX. I think M6s is what it is, but these are maybe 8s or 10s. But you just kind of put it into your fins and lock her in, torque her down however you need it, or you may need it. And these work. These are bigger than I thought they were, but again, these aren't big enough to where you can set them against, if you're taking out the variator faceplate or whatever. These will kind of just shy of hitting the center stand on the PCX, so these are okay. That's where you kind of hold the fin and you just take the gun, boom, and the nut is off for the variator, and you're in business. So that is that. We'll quickly close this. Moving along into the last compartment, we have just some, these are again another Amazon find. Great tool. These also have the stripped bolt jaws involved as well. It also works as a half decent diagonal cutters. So kind of all-in-one lineman pliers. I think that's what they're called on Amazon. Again, this was another Harbor Freight cheapo one that just worked out really well. I think it was like $3. I was like, why not? Comfort grip. It's a little bit more upgraded than the Wear a Tool Plus trick because it's only this big. Sometimes you need some leverage, so this helps with that. You probably could replace that with this. This is, I thought, this was something I made sure I kept in the kit because it does two things. It extends out, has a 3/8 head to it, has a 3/8 head and a 1/4 head. You can flip it back and forth. You can make it bigger or smaller as you want it. You can kind of have a built-in breaker bar, and say that you need to get to 8-inch size, just pop that bad boy on and you're in business. So very good investment for sure. And I think it was like $12 or something. This is the Milwaukee 1505, I believe. Yeah, 1505 fastback razor. Again, razor blade. Not much to talk about. It's just a basic razor blade. Also, it even has, I think, a little 1/4 inch 1/4. So if you needed to use it as a quick, get something out, this also works in that replacement. And then these two were more of a something like this, like what do you call it, a creature comfort. I went and bought some really good no back Milwaukee. These were like $35, and these are going to go right into my everyday use. They're not going to stay in this for long, but I did bring it along for the Cannonball because I felt, if I didn't have this, at least I can have some nice back off wrenches, and these are built very nice, and there's not much play in them compared to most wrenches out there. So yeah, I think that concludes my pack out. This is everything from a tool perspective that I am taking with me. This will be all rolled up, bundled up. Most of this stuff, actually all this stuff, will go into my top case, and easily accessible. I'll have it wrapped in some sort of plastic or some sort of bag that is kind of make it waterproof, so there's no rust, or I'm not worried about frying the electronics with this and that got back there. So yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote, and this should help us, or someone else, get out of a pinch for, should we be stuck. So yeah, this is all she wrote, guys. Thanks for watching.